Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sminkel. My name is Chris and I will be your host this evening. We are back in Riverview with another one of Fred's vlogs where we follow his journey in becoming a farmer. So, it's 5:30 in the morning, bright and early, when every farmer should be up to start the day. I spent the last couple of days doing a couple more fertilizing contracts for the local farmers, which increased my funds by a little bit. So I was planning today to kind of get into something a little bit new. I think I've been running around in a tractor for a while now. I'm comfortable with it. I think I know what to do. And today I'm going to get a harvesting job. That to me seems like the proper thing to do. I'm curious as to how the harvesters handle, how they work, what exactly you have to do. I know when you do a harvesting contract you also have to deliver the goods, so it'll be a bit of a dual vehicle setup. I'll be running both the harvester and a tractor with trailers in order to get the goods delivered. Oh, okay, thank goodness for crash bumpers, right? If only I can get out of here. Okay, give me a second. I'll get the recovery kit out. Roads were a little bit wet and soggy and muddy, so it took a little while to get out, but we're out, minimal damage. The crash bar took most of it, so could have been worse. So we're just heading down to the store. I've already been given access to the online job sheet, but we have to head down to the store in any case to get the equipment that we're going to borrow from the farmers. So I figured we might as well take the drive. It's really early, so the shop isn't open yet, but the farmers should already be up and going, so I don't think it should be too much of an issue. So let's see what's on the job board. Cultivating, harvesting. Yes, I want to do harvesting. Cotton harvesting. Yeah, I'm not that brave. Sunflowers. I think we're going to do sunflowers. It seems like a nice one. Going with the John Deere, it's actually a very nice harvester, so I think this could be fun. Field number 16. Right, let's get to it. Let's just move this out of the way. Nice little JCB here. The nice thing about the JCBs is they're actually quite fast on the road, so you get the versatility and functionality of a tractor, but when you drive around the road you actually get fairly high road speed as well. So they're very nice tractors. Just get the second trailer hooked up. Get this moved out of the way. Get this on the trailer. We can start going down the road to field number 16. trusty GPS. Where's field number 16? I haven't been there yet, so hopefully we can get to field number 16 through the northern bridge. We don't have the same debacle we had in the previous video, that we had to actually turn around and find the southern bridge. So let's hope for the best. It's actually a very nice compound, this. Still have a header on. And we're going left. Should lead us straight into field number 16. Okay, let's get hooked up. This is a fair sized field, so it might take us a little while. This is not the biggest header in the world, but let's get going. Open everything up. Chevy, let's go. I kind of like this. It's a comfortable ride. No dust in our eyes. It's nice. It's very different than driving a tractor around, fertilizing, anything like that. It's a much slower pace, to say the least. And I mean, it's much more expensive machinery. So if anything goes wrong with this, it's a larger bill than when you take a tractor over a hump. I don't think these things are actually meant to go over bumps, so you know, the flatter the field, the better. I'm probably going to do about 2 circles around the edges. Get us a fair bit of space around the headlands to turn around, and then I'll start going up and down the field. So about my plans, I was thinking about buying that piece of land and the tractor and everything, but we're looking at about between $400,000 and $500,000 that we would need to actually get that going. And that's going to take a while to get there. Then I looked around and I actually saw that on the piece of land that our house is built, there's actually quite a large section of grass. And I mean, grass is something that can be cut and sold. Cow farmers, sheep farmers, all of them actually need the grass. And I've been speaking to the guys at the pub, at the local pub. Very helpful bunch, to be quite honest. You know, you'd think that there'd be competition between the farmers, but you know, there isn't. It's an open, helpful community. You know, everybody helping each other out. It's actually very nice. It's very warming. So they said that the shop actually offers the option to lease equipment. You don't have to buy it, which means that if I would, for example, buy a tractor, the mower, the baler, all those kind of things, I can lease. I mean, it's not cheap to lease, but at least you have the ability to use the equipment and kind of make some money, to the point that you can actually then buy the equipment. So that's one thing I'm definitely considering, because with the grass, you'd be able to make silage bales. And I know the guys that actually farm with cows, they said that there's quite a large market for it, and because it takes time to ferment, it's quite valuable. So you don't have to go through all the trouble of creating a silage pit and waiting for it to ferment like that. You can directly create bales. So that's definitely something I'm considering. The equipment for that is fairly expensive. I mean, the baler and wrapper costs just over $100,000. The smallest tractor I think I can get by with running that equipment is also close to $100,000, and that doesn't even include the mower and the bale wagon and all those kind of things. So yeah, I definitely think that leasing is going to be the way forward, if only temporarily. Once you start using the equipment for a couple of days, the leasing fees do get high. But if you don't have the capital to outright purchase the equipment, then you theoretically don't have a choice. I could keep on doing contracts for the local farmers. That's definitely one way of making money, but it's slow, and eventually it'll get to the point where I've done everything. I've worked for every farmer, I've been on every field, and if that's the case, I'd much rather work for myself. And the hard work that you put in then just seems to be more worth it, because the amount of value you get out of it is a lot higher than working for some random farmer. But we'll see. I've looked around at some of the tractors. I'm thinking about buying a little Fendt. I think it's called the Favorite, or maybe the New Holland T6. We need at least about around 140 horsepower to run the baling equipment. So we can't buy the lowest, most entry level tractor, unfortunately. We do have to spend a little bit of money to get a little better tractor, and I might even look into that today still. But I think for now I really just want to focus on getting another contractor to under the belt, helping the guys out here, and getting another couple of $1,000 in my bank account. But yeah, the first round of headland is now done. I think I will speed the video up a little bit, but you guys don't have to sit through this entire video, because it's going to take a while to actually get this harvested. So yeah, time lapse, go.
Time stops when I'm falling for you. The world stops spinning, my head is spinning too. Time stops when I'm falling for you. Should I stop, or are you falling for me? Is your world stopping? stop me? Did your world stop spinning? Does your world revolve around me? Me too. Me too. Should I stop when falling for me? Is your world stop spinning? Is your head spinning too? Did your heart stop when you first saw me? Did your world stop spinning? Does your world revolve around me? Me too. Me
When there's no hope hiding, no chance concealing what deep down I felt for you. Oh, I regret for losing the one who loved me, for who I can't go back to. Walking through all the dust, memories and frame a past we simply let fade. Oh, but I don't close the door, waiting a chance for
So we are on the final bit of sunflowers. For the most part of this harvest, I've actually been using GPS assisted steering. So what that does is it helps keep you in a straight line, which on large fields like this is actually a bit of a heaven sent. It makes it easier to harvest. It also turns around automatically. All you have to do is manage the throttle. The only downside to that system is the fact that it charges per hour that you use it. But I mean, still, it's more than worth it if you take the amount of effort it would have been to do micro adjustments to your steering, you know, every second. It's a very useful system. So we're just going to finish this last bit, and then fill the grain cart, and then we can go and deliver. There we go, all done. Just to go get the tractor. Okay, we're full. Let's go offload. So I actually spoke to the farmer while I was busy not driving the combine. He said that he has another field nearby that needs to be harvested, so I can actually just leave the combine here. It would be pointless taking it all the way back to the shop and then him just having to, you know, bring it all the way back this side. So we're only going to take the tractor back, mostly because I need a lift back to the shop because that's where my truck is, but also because he's going to have a whole team of workers actually assisting him, so it won't be an issue for the tractor, and he's probably going to have a second tractor as well, so you know, not too much of an issue. But let's get delivering. I think this is going to be to the port, if I remember the name correctly, way down south. Thought that shadow was a pole in the middle of the road. Whew. What sometimes happens with delivering grain like this, the farmer has a set amount or expected amount from his specific field, and anything over that amount we can actually keep for ourselves or sell directly, whatever the case might be. So you know, it's a little bit of a bonus when doing harvesting, and I mean it's an exceptional time consuming job and takes a lot more focus. Oh, I'm going the wrong way through here. Takes a lot more focus than, say, with the spring. It takes longer and more focus. It's a bit of an arduous task, but you know, it's fun driving a combine, let's be honest. Big machines are always awesome. Like I said, there are 2 arrows. That's just confusing. That's just confusing. Seriously. Okay. And we have delivered the grain. Sunflowers. Does sunflowers count as a grain? Interesting question, to be honest. Anyway, I'll meet you guys back at the store. You don't have to sit through this entire journey again. It's not a short one. See you guys now. So we are back at the store. I returned the equipment. I got my pay. I checked the roster, and there is a fertilizing job. And to be honest, I love the fertilizing jobs. The amount of effort you put in, the amount of costs involved, and the amount of money you get paid for them, I think it's actually a very efficient kind of job to take. But yeah, it's quick, it's easy money. I think I'm going to do that instead of another harvesting job, which I was planning to do. We've used the Emperador before. I think on this exact field possibly. Let's just get it filled up. Let's see if this is enough. Hopefully it will be. Field 29. Just make sure. Yeah, that way. Driving down the road here. La 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 la. Yeah, I'm trying to entertain myself. Yeah, shutting up. Never mind, just ignore that completely. Here we are at field 29. Ready for the spray to start. And I mean, you guys have seen me spraying before, so I think for the most part I'm gonna cut through this. You've already seen this, so see on the other side.
Without you, I remember myself, my name. Forgot about all you tried to change. Familiar was the sound of your voice as I continue to walk on by. It has been a year and now I'm living on the line. It has been a year and now I'm thinking
and we are done. So that's it for this contract. We just fill them up, and then I'm gonna head back to the store to return the equipment. I think the next order of business will be to actually look at purchasing our very first tractor, as well as a mower, and then depending on the amount of money we have left, probably going to lease the bale wrapper, because I think definitely the way forward, at least in the short term, would be to mow the grass field next to our home. It's already 5:30 right now, so I think that's going to be it for this video for now. But next vlog, as I'm saying, we are going to buy a tractor. Exciting times. I'll do a little bit more research about how much we really need, what tractor will be best, and then next time we are mowing. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me. I appreciate your time. Feel free to rate, subscribe and share, whatever you decide to do. Until the next one, auf Wiedersehen.